Alright, so they are doing some work over here. I think you can hear it, right? They're tearing up roads, I believe. I just asked one of the workers. For those of you who heard the Dogman Encounter story, this is like the fishbowl I was describing, where it goes down. And it comes back up the other side. There's just a lot of acreage of abandoned buildings. Not too many people come in here. There's a really fresh. This is really, really fresh. I mean, look at that. Look at how that was broke too. It got snapped and then pulled. Oh, look at that Corolla DeVille car. It's pretty badass. This is a lot steeper than it looks. See, like, look at this, all this old. Oops. This game trail is being heavily pronounced. So down in here is where it dwells. See, they're working right up there, so I wouldn't be surprised if something's watching them close by. We're gonna come through. I'm pretty sure one of these tires used to be under this structure here. This might not look like much, but it's definitely constructed. It's not a typical Sasquatch structure, so it makes you wonder who done it, right? Just to give you a size, it's 10 foot. See what I mean? This is why I called it like a fishbowl when I tried to describe it, because not sure where their work is going and how far it's leading. So we're gonna go this way. The path I took on the original day, I went straight in and up the other side. These vines are crazy. So huge. Looks like something's been nestled down right in here. That's way bigger, whatever that print is right there. Unless it was a deer, it looks like there might be deer, so they might have just been foraging. It looks like that. It looks like that's what it is. It's not a print, they were foraging. Look at the way it looks like this light just kind of beams in through here, right? It's not doing that in the other directions. I'm not gonna lie, it's normally I'd be kind of annoyed, right, to have get here and be like, oh, there's workers there. With the experiences I've had in this place, I'm not too upset that there's humans in shouting range for once. Alright. Yeah, these vines again. These are good places to find prints because things have to dig in. They have to it's a steep, to get up out of here it's steep, so things have to dig in or pick up the pace to get up out of it. So a lot of times they'll dig in a little harder. So like I said last time I went through, this time I'm gonna try to pop out over here. Come around and see what's what. Dogman, this is like it's a cryptid playground, like for real. It's just like Dogman, like it's like a Dogman asylum. That's what it is now. It's a weird thing to spray paint. It's like it looks like they spray painted the fence, right? For some reason. Okay. There's a lot of abandoned buildings. A lot of homeless people will come. At least that's the rumors that we used to get as kids, is that homeless people were all up in here and you shouldn't go in here. Between that and it being haunted. But now, how much of that was actually cryptids that either misidentified because people just didn't know, or misled because people did know. So if you were to come out of the fishbowl, you'd pop out over there like I did last time. But we'll get down there eventually in a minute. But you could see how easily something could just follow you around, even in broad daylight, and you just wouldn't have a clue. Those guys that were working, and they're literally not far down that way, and you can't see them because they're around that bend. So in the highlight video I have, or the full video, but there's a highlight, right, where I'm basically over there looking up there, and the Dogman is behind me right in there. And it just, there goes a big, I didn't even see what it was, tractor or what, payloader. Being that they're over there, this is where the deeper forest is. I mean, this is all abandoned, all these huge buildings, and there's brush surrounding all of them. Anything could come and go as it pleased. Whoa. That was a huge snap, break, whatever. Boulder toss, something. As soon as that plane went over, snap. Hazardous area. Do not enter. Okay. I see your warnings. Whatever it was, came right over in here. Look at like the cages. never really been up in here. I feel like Rick Grimes. There it goes again. What could be falling? Nope, there's movement. It's more than... A lot of people come here for paranormal investigations and stuff. I've offered to come with a few people. It's just never... I don't know. I mentioned it. I can tell them. All I could do is say, hey, there's a hot spot if you're interested. And, you know. So, hear that? Oh. That was a female voice. That was a female voice. Ah, like that. Came from right behind me. Very disembodied. I don't know what, you know. I don't know what the hell it said. It's a hefty game trail right here. Look at this. Where are they going though? Down the side. This is it's a little sketchy. Somebody started to peel this like they were gonna go in. I'm sure you're gonna see obscenities here and there. I don't even pay attention to what this stuff says, but I looked at a couple that were just like, it's like in a place with so much negativity already embedded in it. Look at that. There's burnt wood up there. It's burnt. See it? It's just torched. How are you supposed to get up on that loading dock? This is over where that vocal came from. I mean, look at that. Look at that disgust. Look at that. That's why these need to come down. Look at all that crap. It's like an asbestos factory. You could spend forever in here. It's very highly patrolled at night, so I mean, you're very limited. Of course, people sneak in, but it's not an easy thing to do. You stick out like a sore thumb, unless you can get That's just one tiny little section of this, I mean, massive place. These aren't even the big buildings. There's and this isn't even the only one. There's one that's still active. That's the one I used to work at. They used to, I was on some team that did, what is that? That's a hawk. Oh, what are you? Let's see. Where'd you go? They blend in so perfectly. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Okay. This is the front of one of them. I guess at least one of the front entrances. I'm pretty sure they had entrances on all four sides, like wings, if you will. This is where a lot of this is like, you're gonna have to just either take it or leave it, because I can't tell you where this intel comes from. But there was a lot of women living in here, right, that were either unsure of what was going on to them, or if they spoke up, they had no real rights, or nobody would listen to them anyway, right, because they were in an insane asylum. And this is where a lot of the children for the Montauk Project and other projects came from. So sometimes they would come in pregnant, or they would become pregnant, and they knew. Some of the women knew. And I think this is just speculation, but I think they knew what their kids were being taken for and where they were going. And some would try to end it for the child before it got to that point, which I know sounds harsh, right? But we don't know what they knew. Who's gonna listen, right? Who's gonna listen to somebody who's locked up in a place like this? Somebody who gets loud or gets a little rambunctious and gets stuck in a padded room or stuck with a needle that knocks them out for 3 days, right? Again, this is just one small section. And look how many. Just housing. It's like a revolving door. And where are all these people? These so-called crazy people, right? These people who were too far gone to live in society. Where are they? Unfortunately, I'm very limited on time. But I wanted to at least get a little something on video of the location again. And I don't think, I might have came back around here once, but I don't think we've been really far going in and into these little sections. But this is what that park guy up front was talking to me about. He used to work at the golf course nearby, and he just retired from the parks department there. And I was asking him what the workers were doing. He says, I think they're tearing up the roads. He said it was $2.5 million to knock all these down. Now it's up to $6 million because they waited. When you're dealing with asbestos, you could really charge whatever the hell you want, because nobody wants to touch it. You got to pay all sorts of hazardous pay for people to come in and do it. When I worked at the hospital, at the other one at Pilgrim State, they tried to get me to come over to this one and do it in some places. Wow, a lot of birds back here. A lot of noise. So he says, yeah, it was around thousands of people, a day. He said, I like to come here because it's the one place I can go and be alone for an hour. It's very, very true. I've only seen, I paused it for a minute because a couple walked by with a dog. The dog was very, very rowdy. So this is the exact scenario, but just on the other side. where I was filming this, and the dogman was just to my back. But this doesn't have a drop down point. This is pretty level. You know, just gives you an idea. This isn't the only place like this around here. There are a lot of places that are big, built up like this. They have massive, massive properties. They have tunnel systems. You got basements, sub-basements, tunnels. You even have sub-basement projects, complete projects. Oh, that's a pretty bird. I don't even know what that is. It's a blue jay over there. Kind of looks like a starling. Those are the blue jays. It's got to be a starling because nothing else would tango with two blue jays. They're like cat pecking birds, we call them. They'll like dive bomb. They used to dive bomb my beagle too. But if the cat goes near the nest, it's like a preemptive strike. You know what I mean? They don't wait for the cat to climb the tree and go in the nest and take their babies. You always hear about raptors being the ones that are like, aggressive, and, just because these other birds might not kill when they go, and it doesn't mean they're not aggressive or proper at us, whatever, assaults, I guess. It's a little underground over here too. There's a good amount of woods over here. I'm not really sure how far they go. At least in that direction, I'm not sure. So this goes into a little courtyard section, but nature's taking it back to the point where it's an employee area up there. I don't know what the hell that is. Look at this light post. Crazy, right? Alright, so we should be coming up on... Yeah. Coming up on where those guys were working. Beautiful tree. Look at this. Look at this tree. I try to turn it around so you can get a size to scale, but it doesn't always work because I need to get one of those like selfie sticks or whatever that hold it out a little ways. Look at this shit. quite sure what this truck's doing here. But we're gonna push on through. We'll come back over here. There's so many, when I come over to this area, I usually end up going into Bubba's, or because he's like a couple towns over, if you will. But I gotta give his location, but you know what I mean. Actually, when it comes to Sasquatch, it doesn't matter. They could be anywhere and everywhere, right? We know that much. This is actually pretty amazing. This high brick wall, look at this. That's just a big, big wall, so that must be like a courtyard back there where maybe they had allowed outdoors. Something to that effect, I'm not sure. Maybe it's just literally a sound barrier. Maybe it's just to blind people from seeing in there. It's a tough call. It's hard to say. Yeah, this truck's just like abandoned here, like it ain't shit. Yeah, they're definitely using this. So they're using this entrance. There's actually residentials out there, which I didn't even know about. But I don't really know the area too well. Wow, look at that big bird up there. That's either it's a beauty. I don't know what that is. It's a falcon, I think. Look at me. Yep. Where's your partner? Just got that aerial view over everything. Just watch. Just let one chipmunk or one squirrel or one rabbit make the wrong move. Oh, now we're coming up on all this beeping and noise and stuff. Obviously, because these guys are working up in the front here. But you'll notice they take, a lot of times they take these things and just push dirt right up against all the big doors and stuff. Oh shit, this guy's coming back down. He's got huge pieces of plywood and shit. It's not ideal for me to be in this tall grass. Look at that beehive. Look at that. Look at that thing. Unreal. Oh, man. Yeah, this is so ass backwards. You have this, technically, right, it's now a public park. They have, those are supposed to be like the trails now, the roads that used to be. And then you got you got these forklifts flying down the street with shit on top of them, like that. You know what I mean? Unreal. I'll tell you right now, if it was the Army, you'd have to have a ground guide and this and that. Oh, there's rules for everything. Private sector, I guess. I mean, this is state. I'm assuming these guys are state workers. They got to be either town or state. So now I got to figure out how the hell I'm gonna get out of here. So again, this is where it happened, guys. This is exactly where it went down. I'm just gonna show it to you before I go. I really don't have much time, but I'm not gonna get right to the exact spot and then not show it. So right there, I was standing right over there. We used this fire hydrant as a marker, and I was standing right there, and I turned this way, and it was up against one of these trees, standing there, and just he just backpedaled down a couple of steps. All it has to do is step down, take a couple of steps down, and disappear right into the fishbowl. You could tell, look, you could see something's been coming through here. What it is, I don't know. See what I mean? I see how it drops down. I'm pretty sure it was big, and I'm pretty sure all we saw was the top half of it, and it was still big. I'll get right up to the edge, so you can see exactly what I mean. See the drop off? So much shit in here. So if something was standing up against that tree, like if something was standing on the hill just showing half its body and took 1 or 2 steps back down the hill, it just disappears. Alright, well, that's where I'm going to leave this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for coming along. You know what? I'm going out this way. I'm going to take you guys with me. Like dealing with that. Almost. The most powerful muse of all is our inner child. Okay. Take that with a grain of salt. So again, this was just one little section. I can't even emphasize how much more there is to do here. You can look it up. I don't know the acreage. But this is one of those occasions where location's been revealed. Have at it. Look it up, search it up, do what you will. Or just kind of stick here and see how things unfold. It's up to you. If you want to look back at the videos, you're looking for videos. I was calling them the Forgotten Land. Forgotten Land is what I was calling it. Something moving in there. It's either like a rabbit jumping or a rock bounce, but at this point I don't have time to check out anything. I'm way behind schedule. So as usual, we film straight through. I'm not going to do anything fancy to this. I pause a couple times here and there, but other than that, everybody's got to go to the bathroom once in a while. Let's go cut back through here, I guess. I'm gonna see if I can't just swing around this fence and maybe come back out into an open area instead of cutting back down through all this crap. Yeah, looks like it. All right. Yeah, again, there's lots of different areas to check out. Lots more buildings, lots more. We've done it. We've checked. We've gone around here a little bit to other spots, but it was a live stream. I can't remember what we called it at the time. I have no idea what we called it anymore, but yeah, just to give you an idea. I mean, shit could happen anywhere, any old where. And then the water is, well, that's one of the big buildings right there. You can see it goes right down to the beach. It's a cool truck. All right, my friends, this is where I leave you. Just keep in mind, if this is how thick it is in the last week of October, think about how lush it is in the spring and summer. Stay blessed. Have a good one. If you enjoyed, hit that like, subscribe. Please leave a comment. Thank you. See you on the next one.